football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Bills. Coming up next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
What's up, man?
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. B.C. Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Allen going to throw. Got him in. It's Bashan Perriman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Bashan Perriman, 30 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pettis now on the return. And all deep in his own territory. Football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Pettis now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want some. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Allen. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that just...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. There he goes, left side. 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, winding that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Butker's kick here is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait to see what they decided.
He's got a man, complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This is caught. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb from 17 yards out, and the Bills continue to pour it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So a 75-yard score. culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy. So the challenge there does not go their way. This would indeed remain a completed pass. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2-2 Atwell. There to make the grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Logan. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Logan. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Back now in Buffalo. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. To Atwell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are drawing close closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And down the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you